YouTube Nation, my people from all over, welcome back to the channel. I realize now I got a whole lot of new subscribers following that cowboy video I put up. So I want to say thank all y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for subscribing. And I hope y'all been sharing this video. I appreciate all the comments. Thanks for the love. Go Cowboys, DCB Nation forever. So let's get right into it. But first, let me shout out this troll. This troll who spoke on me at the Cowboy game. This cat posted, this cat put something on the comments. He said something like, I hope you enjoying your experience at SoFi Stadium from your nosebleed seats. Just like, damn, real. He really posted that like, well, like, yeah, motherfucker, I enjoyed my nosebleed seats. I had a ball. I had fun there. Can't you tell by the video we was in that joint? I did that. So what? Everybody ain't got money like you to be down on the floor somewhere on the ground. I take what I can get, but I was there while you was watching the game on TV. Because you wasn't there. Now, for everybody who's first time tuning in, please like, share, subscribe. And be sure to hit that notification bell up there in the corner. That way, every time I drop, you'll be one of the first ones to get this content. So, it's been a while, y'all. I've been off. I've been busy. I've been doing other things. I've been working on the brand. This right here is one of my new joints right here. This is something new from the Wrong Enemy Zodiac collection. Check out the link in the description box below if you want to copy one of these hoodies. I got t-shirts and all that. Your line ain't up there yet. Give me a minute because I'm still working. I'm still uploading more shirts, more signs up to the website. So it's a process. I'm doing it. But like I said, I've been busy. I do have a day job, a night job. I do have grandkids and stuff like that. So I do have other responsibilities. So I don't just be able to just always jump on here like that because there'd be a lot of other things going on. Sometimes you got to take a break. You got to step back from things some time to get some clarity, to find yourself, to figure out what are you doing, to be able to provide and help others out in the process. That's what grown folks do. A lot of y'all need to grow up. A lot of us need to grow up. Need to stop hating on each other for no reason. Just hating to be hating because you don't have nothing else to do. So hate just come out of you. That negative ass energy is in you. All you know how to do is hate. Hi, hater. What that shit do? Yep, it is Scorpio season. I am a Scorpio. You damn right. This is by Wrong Enemy, though. Check it out, wrongenemy.com, and the link in the description box below. So anyway, y'all got a story for y'all. I've been thinking about this one. I've been wanting to share it. I ain't never did it. Why not? You know, I'm going to give y'all something different. So, you know, I'm always trying to come with something different, share a different experience. And when they talk about my prison experiences more than what everybody else talk about. Because the average person will have a prison experience mostly going to be about some prison riots or how they did this to somebody or they didn't see somebody do that to somebody. I got more of those type of stories, but, you know, I just dibble and dab, get in where I fit in with it at the right time. So this story right here, it happened in Pelican Bay, 1993, one building on the B yard. And it involves Pruno. So, okay, I made a vow, I made a promise to myself that I would never drink Pruno again after this experience. And I never did. This experience happened like this. Once again, 1993, Pelican Bay State Prison. For people that don't know, Pelican Bay is like 4 miles from the Oregon border in the city of Crescent City. At this time, we didn't have no California TV stations. All the TV stations that we had in Pelican Bay at this time was coming from Denver. So we were watching stuff, their news. We didn't know what was going on in California, everything we see from out there. Now, it's ironic to me, that's why I said it's by the Oregon border, because Oregon is right there at the top of California. The border's right there, not Denver, but some kind of way we was getting TV from Denver. So before we got this, we'd be watching stuff like Mod Squad, old episodes of Oprah and Donahue and shit like that, you know. That's all we really had. But in 1993, I guess they changed their satellite some kind of way to start picking up California stations. Some California stations, not all. Northern California stations, that is. And we got Fox. So now we got Fox. Now, mind you, I had been at this time, I was serving a different term. At that time, I was serving 8 years off of 2 attempted murders. So off the 8 years, I was supposed to do 4 years. I had 8.5, but I was in there fucking up, and then in and out the shoe. That's how I ended up in Pelican Bay. I ended up doing 6 off of 8.5. Only supposed to do 4. I ended up doing 2 additional years because I was in there, getting into shit. I was active young nigga in the prison system. That's what I was. Now, we got they changed the satellite around, and now we picking up these California stations. We getting Fox. At this time, Martin was out. Now, I had never seen Martin. This was 1993, because before I got up to Pelican Bay, I was in Corcoran Shoe all 92. And I didn't have a TV. All I had was a Super 2 radio. So at that time, I didn't have nothing. After my homie Lavelle was my celly. After he left with the TV, I didn't have a TV, so I missed a lot of stuff. And still, we wasn't getting Martin. Corcoran is in Central California, like by Fresno. So we wasn't getting Martin there either. So I had never seen Martin. So anyway, we in Pelican Bay in 1993. Martin come on every Sunday. My celly at the time was the homie Stutter. Stutter Box from Tragnew Park, Compton Crib. Shout out to the homie Stutter, wherever he at. If he locked down, free Stutter. Much love. That's the homie. That's my bro, wherever he at. Stutter worked in the kitchen. Now, in prison, a lot of times, how we make our wine, how people make their wines, I never been good at that. How they make the wine. Sometimes the homie's in the kitchen and get the juice. He used to be in the kitchen at the time. He'd go up in there and he's squeezing a whole bunch of oranges in there. That way we didn't have to do it in the cell. He'll squeeze all the oranges or the grapefruits and just put in a plastic bag. And then when he get off work at night, he'll bring the bag back to the cell. It'd be straight juice. Like, okay, got a big old bag of straight juice. Now, the thing was, we get Martin. So it's football season too, I think, at this time. So we watching football in the daytime. Then later on, we watching Martin, the Living Singles, and New York Undercover. So we wanted some drink. So this is every Sunday. The routine started to come back with the drink. Now, what we used to do with the juice, we get the juice to the cell, and then the homie would pull up at the cell. The homie Walt Dog, 11 East Coast. Shout out Walt Dog, man. Wherever you at, bro, what it do? And shout out the homie Big Tweet from 76 East Coast. They were cellies. Walt Dog and Tweet had a vicious hand when it came to making that wine. They make that wine like I think Walt Dog hand was better than Tweet's. And Tweet was the shit. So that's how top level it came. Some people make wine in prison, and some people got a reputation as being like, he get out. That was Big Walt Dog for that mate. So Walt Dog's a porter. He'd come by the cell. We slide the bag up under the door. He take the juice back to his cell. Him and Tweet cell. They get over there. They put it together. Boom. We did it every week. It had lined up for Sunday. So Sunday come around. The wine is ready. Walt Dog come out with his broom. He got his broom. He got his little jean jacket on, whatever. And he got the bag just like tied somewhere inside the bag. He'd pull up at the cell door with the broom. He looked like this and he jumped down, squat down like he doing something, slide the bag up under the door or through the side of the door. We got the bag of wine in there. Now at the time, I had just got a package and I had this tumbler. I get this big ass tumbler. Moms would send me a big ass tumbler. So Stutter had a tumbler, and then we had a little small cup, like a little soup. We call them soup cups. They like little round cups like you see in a hospital or something like that. So we had one of them, and we both had a big-ass tumbler. So, here it is. It's Sunday come. Stutter come back from work. This is the routine. Stutter come back from work. He get off work at night after everybody. He work in the kitchen. So after everybody's been finished feeding, they make you clean up the kitchen. Then you go back to your cell and you shower, and then you go from there. So Stutter come back smelling all greasy and shit with all that kitchen food on. he come like, and he stuttered. Like, cause I got the wine cup. I stopped by Walt Dog spot and got the wine cup. I'm like, all right, man. So he didn't shower this shit. So he come back in there. Now, I didn't have a TV. We had this TV. Stutter had all the shit. I'm just getting out the show. I didn't have a TV. Stutter had everything. So we'd come down there. We kick it on Stutter bunk on this rack down there. Be sitting down there watching football and shit, watching movies. So Sunday we watching Martin. We drinking. So I got this big ass tumbler. His is pretty big too. Then we had a third cup. So we ended up having two. We had like 3 cups. That's what we had between the two of us. 3 cups. That's how we split it. So I'm drinking like a fish in this motherfucker, right? And that was really my first time having a drink, some wine since 91 when I was in Soledad before I went to the shoe. So I'm like, okay, I've been wanting to drink. I've been in the shoe. I ain't had a drink in the Bay we didn't really have like fucking. It wasn't a lot of weed and shit like up there. They had weed up there back then. We didn't have a lot of weed and stuff, but it was a little weed up there back then. But mainly we was trying to do the drinking thing. But this experience right here did it for me. So we drinking, watching Martin and shit, laughing, ha ha ha. Stuttered and got faded. He like, cut, cuz, crazy, cause I can't drink no more, cuz you can have the rest of this, cuz I'm good. I'm like, nigga, you can't drink no more. We going through that shit. We young, both of us young cats. At this time, we both like 23, right? I'm like, cuz you can't drink this shit. Like, cuz I can't drink, cuz you can have that shit, cuz I'm cool, cuz. And he laid back on his bed and shit. And next thing you know, he didn't doze off. So now I'm sitting right here. Morton going off now. I was 11 singles on. So I'm breaking this shit. I didn't knock mine down. Now I done knocked his down. So I'm just still kicking it. And it got to the point like, okay, I'm finna crawl up on the bunk and, lay on down. Now, Pelican Bay in the cell, their bunk beds just seem like they kind of high. You know what I mean? Like they was up here. The average prison, like a 270 design prison, like the bunk bed could be right here. Because I used to be in the cell and them kind of prisons doing dips and shit between the bunk and the locker at one time. Especially in the shoes, do like that. But Pelican Bay was kind of high, so you had to really get up there and put your arm up and pull yourself all up to get up there. New Folsom cells was like that too. Like the top bunk was just high. So I got myself all up there on the bunk and shit. I'm trying to lay on back. And you know what happened once you've been drinking and you decide to lay down, you faded, head starts spinning. I didn't really have much to eat that day either, so my head's spinning. So I'm up there, okay, oh shit, I feel like I gotta throw up. So I sit up for a minute and I feel it. And I try to jump off this high ass bunk and come down. I boom, boom, bumped all into the wall, almost the lockers is over there. I bumped all into the wall and just start throwing up all on the floor. Throw up all right here on the floor in front of the damn toilet. Stutter over here, knocked out, snoring. I'm just there on the floor now and just passed out in my throw up. I was just down on the floor, out of it. CO come by for count time. I think the count time was like 10 o'clock or some shit. He come by for count time. He got the flashlight. And they cells not like the average cell that you see on TV where it's the little window. They got cells where it's just a whole bunch of little holes, like tiny holes all throughout the door. And then the tray slot. So he see me down in that throw up. He just like, I just felt the light on me. I didn't even move. I just like, fuck it, bro. I'm just like, fuck it. He got on. Now I wake up hours later. I don't know what time it was. Stutter was still asleep. TV still going. I just know I was feeling cold. So now I wake up. I got all this shit on me. So I grab a towel. I start wiping this shit off me. Then I grab the floor towel, which we always kept a floor towel in there. So I get the floor towel and I'm cleaning up the floor with this shit. And I'm doing it in the toilet. See, y'all that don't know, we keep our toilets clean in prison. Most of us that's clean, dude, because we have to use them toilets for a lot of things. I'm cleaning up, throw up on this floor, and I'm dipping this towel in here, wringing this towel out, right? And all this stuff, I'm like, but that's prison life. But look, y'all, look. I never been that person to put sodas in the toilet. I never put my milk in the toilet, milk cartons in the carton. I never done that shit to keep nothing cold. I just not me, man. I had cellies do it. And even though we kept the cell clean, it's just mental for me. Like, nah, I don't want to drink out of nothing. I don't want to eat nothing that's been sitting in the damn toilet to keep it cold. I just been against that one. I just never did that. I'm cool. So but like I said, we keep the toilets clean. You take a shit. A lot of us that's clean do this. You take a shit, whatever, clean that toilet, bro. We cleaning it with our hands. We get in there, we got an old green pad and disinfect and hit that toilet. We try to keep that toilet clean, that sink, everything in that area real clean. So I got the towel, I'm wringing it out. we wash our clothes in the toilet too, y'all. We do that, so we keep it clean. A lot of times we don't got no bucket. We washing your clothes with that stay soap in the toilet. With state clothes, you didn't wash your personal shit. Some of us do. You get sweats and shit in your package, you washing whatever in that toilet. I have washed my personal clothes in that toilet. I ain't gonna lie. I've washed some of my sweats, my shorts, tank tops and shit like that. I didn't done that, you know what I mean? But I never ate or drunk nothing that's been sat in that toilet. I'll be damned. Fuck that. So I'm faded. I'm down. I clean up all this shit. I jump up on the bunk. I lay back down, go back to sleep. Now, morning time come. Neither one of us get up for breakfast. I don't get up to it's time to go to school. You hear the bell ring, education time, education time. And the homie like, cuz, get up, y'all go to school, cuz, go to school, cuz. Because he worked in the kitchen, I went to school. So I'm like, damn, I jump off the bunk, fall up against the wall. I get dressed, try to brush my teeth, throw some water on my face. You know, you got to have your boots on at all time. And daytime, we supposed to be up with our boots on, especially the door open. So that's when the homie like, cuz, hurry get up, put the doors open, cuz, hurry get up. So now I'm like, oh, God, I put my boots on and shit, and getting ready. I take off, go to school. I don't go to breakfast, so I don't have a lunch to take with me. So I just go with a coffee cup and some little bit of coffee and some Jolly Ranchers. I'm walking, walk to school, I eat a Jolly Rancher. Now while I'm walking, that fresh air hit me. Niggas like, cuz, I heard you was faded last night. Cuz, I heard you was fucked up. You and that nigga stutter. Like, yeah, nigga, I was fucked up. Now I'm hungover. I get up in the classroom, sitting there, and there's something that was in that Jolly Rancher just like reacted to throw up, made me want to throw up more. So now I'm in class. I'm just giving it up in class. I just threw up so much to the point where you just throwing up what they call it, dry heaving, ain't nothing coming up. And the teacher just is looking at me back there sweating. And like he's like, man, you wanna put your head down on the desk? It's just like, I can't do that. That's a violation. We don't do that. You can't be in there and let your head down. Especially I know Pelican Bay, that's out. I was just like at a point to where I was praying that nothing jumped off while I was in that state. You know what I mean? And from that situation right there, I made a promise to never drink again because I was at a state where I was vulnerable in a war zone. And that's one of the last places you want to be is vulnerable at is in Pelican Bay. At that time, B Yard. Because at that time, B Yard was the most active yard in Pelican Bay. A Yard wasn't as active as B Yard. A Yard was they was over there doing their thing, more so programming. They was shit go down over there too, but B Yard was the most active because B Yard was the yard when, for all of us that was getting off out the shoe, we had to start off from B Yard first and make our way over there. Most of the people over there on A Yard, they worked in what they call the shoe kitchen. They didn't want to cook food for people that was in the shoe. Then they had a main kitchen. So my homie Lil Stoney and them and Lil Mac and Lil Wack and Rick Rock, they was all over there. The homies was over there. They was making money over there. It was cool over there. Who was trying to get over there because B Yard was the yard that just kept going up, always active. But I made a promise because of that state I was in. And at that time I was on some militant shit. I was studying, I was with the movement. You know what I mean? That's how it be. You just up there with, you soldiered up. And I was just like, fuck that, I ain't never drinking again. And I never drunk again. And it's a trip because I got out like at 94. Then I come back to prison in 96 on my last case. That's the one I got life for. I had 3 attempted murders on that. I got 70 years of life for that. Now, I'm floating around the prison system again, back in Pelican Bay. I didn't work my way around. I finally made it down years later, like I made it down to a level 3. And I get down to Donovan. That's when I got to Donovan. And I run across Big Tweet. I move in the cell with Big Tweet. Tweet still making that wine. Tweet making that wine like fire. Tweet get down like he had a kicker. And what a kicker is, y'all, kicker is like a bunch of old fruit. Some people put yeast in it. I didn't see people that don't got yeast use bread for it. You know what I mean? But he had one, the mesh. He had a whole bunch of old fruit, apples and stuff. And that kicker was so bomb. All you need is just juice and sugar. Set that kicker in there. That kicker gonna set it off. Tweet get down like that. And at the time, Donovan sold V8 juice, the tomato juice in the canteen. And they sold a little boxes of sugar. So we go on lockdown because Tweet was known. The cell kept getting hit because they know he make that wine all the time. But we go on lockdown or something. Tweet break out that kicker. And he didn't had him a couple of V8 juices, the sugar, put that shit in there, put that kicker in there. Boom. That shit is ready. Then he burn it. He make white lightning. White lightning, I guess, is something like moonshine for prisoners. It ain't nothing but the steam. It's just like the sweat off the pruno. And they make that with a bag. They put the bag over the bucket with the pruno in it, and they use a stinger and put the stinger in the bag and tie around that for the heat from the stingers. It'd be like having 2 and 3 stingers or whatever, how they do it. And they had that shit hooked up all night. And the heat from the stinger in the bag make the wine sweat. They say it's the sugar sweat. And then whatever drips off of that, it drips in another bag and it catches it. That's why when they have white lightning, that shit be clear as this water right here. And I didn't have white lightning. I never drunk it though. But Tweet was vicious with it. Free Big Tweet, man. I think Big Tweet is in Solano, man. Tweet been gone over 30-some years. Big Tweet from 76 East Coast Crip. Free Big Tweet. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little story with y'all about me being faded in Pelican Bay. I stopped drinking Pruno. Never drunk Pruno since that day. That shit ain't good for you, no way. I know homies that shit done fucked up their liver for drinking that shit in there. Rest in peace to my homie, Big Charlie Who, Pasadena Raymond. He died when we was in Donovan for something like that. I tell y'all that story at another time. But Charlie Who, rest in peace, because he was vicious with that wine too. Free Big Tweet. And once again, thank all y'all for tuning in. Thank everybody who just subscribe. Please continue to watch and share this content. I'm gonna continue to grow. Y'all gonna continue to watch me grow. I'm focused on my brand, so I'm building this. Man, stay focused.